minutes to review and make sure. You know what? Somebody said something like, "Is this going to replace American history?" And then I couldn't, I couldn't
It
call
is
in.
American
I don't think
history.
it should replace American history.
Exactly.
but I
It is
definitely
American
think it's
history.
a huge part of American history.
Yes, yes. And so,
All American history.
Well, yeah.
I think that's the problem. There's a separation. There shouldn't be. It's all American history. Everything that's happened in
and I
America.
think that's was my favorite part. Is one of the ladies said that African Americans were brought here, that they have a history here, and that they've earned their right to be Americans. Where people that are coming here that are immigrants, they don't have that same history. It's not American history. And it's great that we have Chinese History Month and Latino History Month and all this stuff, but we don't cover African Americans, and African Americans were forced to be Americans. They need to be, their story needs to be told.
absolutely.
I think Aisha said that, actually, Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really love her. I'm glad I crashed your date. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Miss Leslie came in powerful too. She put a really powerful informational need for mental health for our youth.
Who, Erica?
Erica also.
Yeah.
And Miss Leslie. You know, those are the leaders that where you can't, if you can't speak, but you know, we have those local leaders, they say it and they say it for us. And I'm like, yes.
I really want to get a shirt that says I love Leslie May.
Yeah.
I think have you met her, Carlos?
No.
Oh God, you have to meet her. You have to meet her. This woman has the most powerful, wonderful heart that I have met in many years.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know me, I love everybody.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but I really love her.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't love everybody.
Don't love everybody.
Oh. I do my workout on you.
No, I love Leslie. I love Erica. I love y'all. But I'll see.
Hey, Patty.
Yes.
Nicole's a Capricorn.
Oh, no.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. First day, December 22nd.
22nd, 26th, 5th.
That's my son's birthday, December 22nd.
Oh, your baby.
Yeah. A beautiful day to be born.
So we're gonna have a fun 35th birthday, even though we're not turning 35 anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all will be there for my 35th.
I will.
Okay.
I will. I already got a babysitter.
Yay.
For my 14 and 17-year-old.
You can bring your kids.
No.
I can't wait till I'm 35.
I might actually wear high heels. You never know.
Quiet.
What else is going on? Hey, you know, I like that somebody highlighted that it will not be like Florida is trying to do away.
Yeah,
with.
no.
That was great. I'm so thankful to be part of the city that is advocating for real Black history, and I hope that it is.
Doesn't Florida advocate to dilute everything?
Right.
Florida is.
They're like the moms of liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say how I feel about Florida.
Hey, you know, you're welcome to say it here.
Because I've had a problem with Florida ever since Trayvon Martin. I can't. You allowed that baby to be stalked and murdered and then made him the villain.
Mm-hmm.
You made a child a villain.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then you let this man just run around terrorizing, and he's still terrorizing. You let him sell signed Skittles and signed tea and the gun that he used to kill him like he's some celebrity and did this fantastic thing. That is just the craziest thing to me in the world.
And the look on his face and
Karma's gonna get him.
I mean, yeah, eventually, but it's taken a really long time. That bitch is like slow on the slow train for some reason.
That's okay. We can help speed it up. We'll talk about how horrible he is. And you know, our opinion here in California matters.
Yes. And many of those.
We are way ahead of the curve, is what I've heard. Which is really sad.
What do y'all think of last week's thank you, Carlos? He live streamed it. We made it happen.
Oh, I really liked that.
That was dope.
I was trying to chat with Carlos on the side, but he wasn't catching on.
No.
I saw Miss Nicole. She was there. We had a lot of prayer. Yeah, Flory. I liked the prayer. I loved the prayer part.
Yeah.
What is the healing event that Lamar wants to put on?
Is there another one, or that was a start of it? That was a
no, that wasn't the start of it. That event right there was the key to the city. That was the one for recognizing all the people that worked hard. Which, by the way, I didn't hear Carlos's name. I didn't hear my name.
I didn't hear Nicole's name.
I didn't hear Nicole's name.
Evan, Patty, it's a lot, but it's okay.
But the list was kind of long, and even though the event was full of wonderful things, they left about 200% of us off.
Okay.
We're working in silence. I like it that way.
Yeah, but there is a roast coming up.
Oh, there is
a
roast. And I know what I want to roast.
Carlos, I literally just got that. I have to, let me see.
Last year, Lamar hosted like a roast. So folks roasted him. He opened the platform. Everybody talked. I mean, there's a lot of people that have a lot to say, but he went ahead and opened it up.
Didn't Garamundi get up there and talk about him?
I think
Question: is Kevin Hart going to be there?
Kevin Hart should be there if he's wearing his costume as Arnold.
Kevin Hart should be there.
Did you guys see that? Really? Did you see that? Okay, so last night we were watching live remakes of classic TV. One of them was Different Strokes, and Kevin Hart played Arnold. I love it. Kevin Hart played Arnold. Willis was played by Damon Williams. Snoop Dogg was on it as Damon Williams' friend.
Oh my God!
Wow!
And that Third Rock from the Sun guy, Walter, what's his name? Lithgow. He's a white guy. He's kind of weird. Was Mr. Drummond, and I was dying. I was like full on dying. They also did a pretty funny one with The Facts of Life. And there was another one, but I fell asleep because I've been sick for 12 days.
Okay, I found it. So it's not until January. It's January the 27th.
Okay.
So are we all going to wear matching outfits? We should all wear outfits.
It just says, is this thing on? It's so funny. And it's like a picture of Lamar. It's really cute. So save the date, second annual roast of Mayor Lamar Aythorpe and fundraiser, 27 January 23. Just says really great place and time, formal invitation to follow. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got the text message too.
It's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fun. He is fun.
Yeah. The more we can gather, the better. What else we have going on?
Carlos, what's going on at COC? I know there's a toy drive coming up. Is that a Big John thing with the lowriders?
Oh yeah. So we got this Saturday at Lumpy's on Lone Tree. I believe I got the flyer right here. Hold on. I got so many dates in my head. I need to start writing everything down. But no, I got the flyer.
There's this really cool thing called Google Calendar.
We need a community calendar.
I got the info. So yeah, December 9th.
Carlos Tacos, that we can put all the events we talk about on there, so people can reference them later.
We'll get a Carlos Tacos show website soon.
How about just a Carlos Tacos Facebook page, and that way we can have all of your followers on there, and then we can have a big event calendar, and we can put everybody's events on there, and you will be bigger than Antioch Branson Raves.
I wouldn't mind. Oh wow!
I know, and I'm almost at 12,000 people.
I don't mind I'm all for that, and I'm gonna say yes. But
and you want me to help you, right?
I know my daughter's gonna say Facebook is for old people.
Wait, which daughter?
Brianna.
Okay, so Brianna needs to know that she's on Facebook.
Yeah,
and that's where I follow her.
right?
Does that
So
make her old?
I know, right? So the toy drive is this Saturday, December 9th. It's going to be at Lumpy's Diner. It's 5891 Lone Tree Way in Antioch, California. Even though I think that's Brentwood. But yeah, it's right there. So everybody knows where Lumpy's is. It's $20 entry, or like if you're gonna bring your car, it's $20. Or if you got an unwrapped gift, they said you can bring that too. Registrations
Ooh,
from
I can bring my Prius with the Carlos Tacos sticker on it. You guys want to roll up there with me?
With the Carlos Taco sticker.
No.
Oh, yeah. I also have a new sticker on my car that says "Let that shit go"
Oh wow.
with a meditating sloth. I think it's good. Hi, Sean.
There's going to be food, music, raffles, and obviously cars. For some reason, there's a 49er guy that's going to be there.
He's blurry. Who is it?
I don't know. Let me see. Where's my... I don't know.
He's really
that guy.
Daniel? No.
Number 60 something. I don't know.
And he's happy to be there. Does he have a car?
That's a big dude, though. I'll tell you that. So
but
I don't know.
Big John gonna be there? Because I adopted him as my new favorite person. From
Big John from Solo Riders and the Newberry Block. And also it's going to be, it says music. So shout out to Big Happy. That's who's going to DJ that. I'll be there with him for most of the morning. And then I got to go to my grandson getting an award for being in the football.
I love your grandson.
I know. My God, he finally found the sport that he did. Basketball last year. He did good in that, but football, he just.
And you know what? God. Now he's got football under his belt. We just got to get his math skills up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I love doing math with that kid.
Yeah.
He was killing me last year.
Hi, Melissa. Thanks for tuning in.
What Jennifer is on there that says "Love Your Lives"? Who is that? Is that my Jennifer?
I think so.
Is that my Jennifer that I love with my whole heart?
Yeah.
That I need to go to timeout with, that I keep telling.
Right. So we're talking about housing tonight too. I know we just went off. We went way like that way over there somewhere. I think when I said Kevin Hart, that's what messed it up. So my bad, y'all.
I don't know. Inviting me on here messed it up. Actually, I crashed it, guys.
Right? No. It's all good. It's all good. So
So can I be angry for you now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Antioch is you guys are waiting.
I want to hear this.
I know, drum roll.
Okay, so Antioch Planning Commission, the last, we're trying to do big things here, but in my personal opinion, you are failing 100%. You are making buildings, single home family buildings that are going to be rented forever, never sold, that have, oh God, sorry about that. There's a big crash in my house. ADUs in them. So now we have this great new ordinance that allows us to have great things like Hope Solutions put their houses on faith-owned property. And developers are thinking, hey, we're going to do that on our commercial-owned property, which is basically for profit. They're trying to rent out, build houses, and on those houses, they're trying to have assisted dwelling units that have 600 square feet for $2,200.
No.
Okay, are you ready for how bad this is? The people that are in the house don't get to pick their resident that's going to live on their house. So they're going to be paying an even bigger rent than that for the single family home. The person that's living in the single family home is going to be paying more than 2/3 of if you were made $18 an hour, 40 hours a week for a year. More than 2/3. Because that's the going rate. I would like you to know that Antioch, in my personal opinion, is one of the very last cities in the Bay Area that has land to develop, and we are doing a huge disservice to our community. We're going to put a community in there that's in a niche where they're saying, oh, we have amenities, we have a spa, and we have a pool. Well, what about a grocery store? What about a library? What about a fire department? What about a school? What about a park? These things are not happening. Oh, but we have a trail that's going through a vineyard. Big, sorry, I'm going to swear. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Really, do we really need a trail through a vineyard? And then the people, thankfully, the planning commission, they all poo-pooed it. My husband included. He's on the committee. He did ask great questions, and everybody else kind of went out there and he did give us a little personal information about us. But if you think about it, when I was in my early 20s and I was married to my ex-husband and I had a baby, I lived in a house that was 800 square feet. That 800 square feet was only livable because we had a basement and a garage. My bed in my room fit a bed, a dresser, and barely a bassinet for my baby. Barely. And our spare room had a desk and a spare bed, a twin size bed at that. Wow. We were right up on the street and it was horrible. We had no parking. And all I can see is that Antioch is building its own little niche community that's going to suffer on parking because it's going to be over 300 people in this environment, over 300 families at that, not just people. It's not going to have access to get to groceries. It's not going to have a gas station. It's not even going to have a 7-Eleven. It's going to be off of Vieira. It's near the railroad tracks, which I'm sure everybody is dying to live next to the railroad tracks. That's an environmental and social justice issue there at bottom line, because what they're doing is they're baiting the lowest incomers and they're trying to get them to come into these communities. And their sales pitch is, oh, we're going to manage it until we sell it, and then you guys will get an HOA. How in the hell are you going to get an HOA on a rented home? And I have to tell you, a couple of months ago, they put it through as a developer came in and said, oh, we'll do it as condos. I kind of get it as condos. I mean, you don't necessarily need to own a condo, but really a single family home with a in-law unit on it, that's bullshit.
Vera or Vieira?
Vieira.
Off of East 18th Street?
Yep. So you guys are looking at by the PG&E
towards Oakley.
You're looking at by the railroad tracks, and you're looking at the makings of a slum.
Yeah.
You're looking at a place that are going to include people that want to not be noticed, that don't want these services, that are going to do things that are unfortunately, despicable. And that's not what Antioch is about. We're not an opportunity to grow meth labs. Right. We are an opportunity to raise our family, to have a better school district, to have a diverse community, to have representation that represent the people that live here. So I have to tell you that I'm angry. I don't know if you could tell. But I'm angry. I'm so pissed off that these things keep coming and coming and coming. And all I can think of is we don't have enough staff in Antioch. So instead of us going out and picking and choosing what we want to develop here in Antioch, we're having all these idiots that are coming in and they're like, here's my profit. How do you guys like it? And we're like, oh my God, we need to develop low-income housing. We got to do this. We don't have to do this. This is
I like
not
that.
necessary.
Mhm.
So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you guys talk.
Yeah, that's horrible. I don't know who thinks that's a good idea. Who are these people, and have they come to city council with this?
No, they go to the planning district or the planning committee before they go to city council.
Mm.
And it's not really a vote. It's kind of like a pre-public hearing. So my fear, and I know I say this every single time, is we do have two people that are sitting on our city council. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you want to say it?
You know it. You already know.
The real estate property management people.
Yeah, real estate property management people. One of them is running for supervisor.
I'm not gonna say what I call them. Patty knows.
Oh, that's okay. I say nasty things too. We have it publicly documented forever and ever, right?
There's a reason for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have Mike.
Right.
And then we have Lori. And
Mm.
I have to also mention something about Lori that kind of upsets me. I'm an animal lover. How is she breeding dogs and selling them?
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And my favorite is that Friends of Antioch. What is it?
K911?
No, not Kitty 911. The Friends of Antioch shelter, those people, they busted her out. They said, you know what? For years and years and years, we've been working on adopting out and we've supported you. And now you're selling dogs.
Oh.
So,
was this on Facebook or where was this?
It was on my page.
Ah.
It was on my page with all my wonderful people that I love.
It was a rant? That's a rant?
Oh, yeah. It was a rant. It was a rant with people that you would not think would rant. But I got to tell you, I know those people, and I'm glad that I've remained neutral because this is pretty good.
For anyone that doesn't know, Antioch Rants and Raves is like one of the safest spaces locally where people can promote, advocate, complain, with an expectation. There's a standard that's set there, and that's no disrespect, no racist bullshit, no hate, no bigotry. It's just opinion. This is it. These are the facts. This is what's happening. And Mary and her team does a great job monitoring, and that's why
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I mean, you keep us. I mean, that space. I mean, because before that it was East County Today.
East County, yeah.
And Alan.
And Alan Payton.
And Alan, my special stalker.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, I hate him.
Yeah, and hate's a strong word, but
yeah.
I too.
You strongly dislike him. Strongly
dislike him. That's true.
I hate. I hate
pray for him.
Tactics. And
I pray for him that he will one day realize that love is the way.
Yes, love and
One Love Ministries needs to go out there and talk to him.
Right.
He might catch on fire. I don't know.
I don't think it would catch on fire with Carlos though.
Nah, I get along with everybody.
Prayer for everybody.
So Carlos, you want to know what I bought you for Christmas? That's not really a Christmas gift.
No, don't tell
I have to tell him I can't buy a gift.
Tacos? No.
No. I bought you a list of Bible verses for different moments where you feel crazy.
Oh, nice.
So you can look up exactly what you're feeling, and it will tell you right where to go.
Thank you. Wow.
And I saw that, and I was like,
that.
"Oh my God, this is so perfect." I might have bought one for my sister too.
I do need that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Nicole, what you got to say about all this? I know you just you agreeing with everything. It's like, yeah.
It's so funny because I finally took the time to look at some of the videos from city council So I was looking at the one where I called out the lady in her Gucci shoes. Remember, she was up there whining about losing money because we want just
Oh.
cause and all these things in Antioch. So it just drives me crazy that people with money aren't satisfied. Like you already have money, but yet you're so greedy that you'll do anything to get more money and just, kick people by the wayside. But yet then you want to complain about unhoused people. Well, guess
Right.
what? It wouldn't be so many unhoused people if people weren't
Was
greedy
she
like
at the
you.
Baptist church by chance?
Huh?
Was she one of the people from the Baptist church?
No, she was from the California Apartment Association. Bless you.
Okay.
Bless
The
you.
big crooks. Bless you.
Excuse
Some
me.
of the big crooks. Because the CAA is trash.
Yeah.
Just like Blackstone and all these other,
And
corporate.
folks that don't know, we had advocates like Nicole. There were policies that were passed because there were greedy corporate landlords that were evicting families, finding ways to harass them, not following statewide policies, and that living in uninhabitable conditions. There was a lot of things, but people power allowed policy to change. So what did we get? Anti-harassment,
Anti-harassment and rent cap.
rent cap. The third is
Just
that
cause.
we need is a just cause to evict people, because they were raising the rent up to $600 within a month,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. People.
Oh, it was worse than that. It was like over 200%.
Yeah. Just raising it. I mean, and just like my
raising the
landlord
rent.
in Antioch, he's such a crick. He actually kept my sister and I's deposit when he sold the place.
Hey,
He sold it. You're
Nicole,
not
did I
re-renting,
meet
you
you at
sold
Delta
it.
Pines?
Yes.
That's
That's
my
where
baby.
we met first.
Yeah. Were you my friend there when I was delivering food there and furniture?
No,
I
I
meet you
wasn't
after
there.
that.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna just pause things for 1 second. Rocky DJ Rocky wants a pink tutu. You get me the material and I'll make you one. I'm just saying, I'm pretty good at making stuff.
I want a pink tutu. You can
want
make
one
me one
too?
for breast cancer awareness. I wish I would have known you could make me one.
I can make you a tutu.
How long does it take you to make one?
Just minutes.
No way.
Yeah. It's so fast. My son used to model them for me and I used to sell them on Etsy.
Oh,
Nice.
how cool. You're
Yeah.
creative.
Back when he was little, he modeled everything I made.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and if you go through like historical Etsy things, you'll see this little boy wearing all the tutus. And my daughter and her, oh, look at that. Everybody's asking for pink tutus now. Hey, Carlos.
Melissa's
Yeah.
asking the best questions, and that's the reason why we're out here fighting, Melissa, because of people like that who do all these things that are against the law with no repercussions. That's why we have Tahoe in place now, the anti-harassment, and then once we get just cause, they won't be able to just run out here evicting people for no reason because they do it all the time. It's crazy.
Wow.
They always find loopholes.
Those same landlords that were in Antioch showing up saying they were portraying themselves as like
Victims,
small mom and pop landlord, but really that's profit over people.
right?
But those same landlords showed up in Concord. Concord is on
Did
the
you go to that meeting?
I went to one a few months ago, and it was the exact same people that were taking up time intentionally. Like they
Well,
were
just call me. I'm gonna go with you next time.
yeah,
Interesting.
Tuesday, let's go if you're down. I'm
down.
I will see you
I
guys.
love to give people dirty looks.
But they're really bullyish. When they were in Antioch, they played the victim. When they were in Concord, they were taking pictures of advocates. They were like, I could, because I sat on their side and I was doing my little recon and just like reading people and stuff, you know.
As always, yes.
And it was the same people, and
Wow.
and they were kind of mocking the families. Like they had their own.
They did that in Antioch. They did that, and remember, they were laughing at people.
They were laughing at people, and you know, my favorite part is I'm white. I know I don't normally say that.
You can blend in
They
perfectly.
love to come and talk to me.
You're white.
Right. Because they
I
think
am
she's
white.
gonna be on their side.
They love to come and talk to me.
Yeah.
They love to go, oh my God, what are you here for? And I'm like, they're doing this thing right now about the renters, and I get all their juicy details.
Yeah.
Right. So people not in Antioch, what would you tell them? How could they get involved with like what you're doing, Miss Patty, going to the city council meetings and all that? What would you tell somebody who doesn't know what to do in their town? What would they go to look for when the meetings are and all that, and how to get involved, and
Hey,
maybe even what would you guys say to
do you
somebody?
have that on an ACE website?
We do. But I mean it's actually really simple. You can always look up the city, whichever city you're interested in, and the agendas, the dates, all that stuff is listed. So you just look for city council information, and you can always show up and speak in public comments about whatever you want. Public comments or whatever you want to say, whatever it may be.
So they give you
So,
like 2 or 3 minutes, right?
depending on where you are. In Pittsburgh is 3 minutes. Sometimes 3 minutes in Antioch, but that gets cut down, especially when we have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Some
So
cities.
I don't know Concord. I haven't gone to Concord, so yet. But that's one way. And then obviously there's organizations like the ones we're attached to, like Patty and me and Mary. So there's always
Reimagine
a way.
Antioch. We started.
Reimagine Antioch, Monument Impact, ACE. There's all these different, organizations. E-Base in Concord. So
What is it in Concord?
E-Base also with Reverend Millie.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I thought her name was Lily for a while, and she was somebody else that ran the historical thing, but I found out she's a pastor.
Mm.
I'm gonna grab my puppy. I'll be back.
Okay.
But I want to talk on that. Like I have some other thoughts on how people can get involved.
Okay.
So, Nicole, I don't think a lot of people, since they haven't met you before, they don't know where you're coming from and what your background is, and I think that would be interesting for our community to know.
Oh. Okay. Well, shucks. I've basically always been somebody who has stood up for people no matter what. I come from a really large family. I have a lot of brothers, I have a couple sisters. So I've always been a fighter. I have a bunch of brothers, you kind of don't have a choice. So my thing is I don't like bullies. I have a real problem with bullies. I have a problem with people just doing wrong things to people. So my thing is always to be on the side of right. And I don't care if that's going this way while everyone else is going that way. I'm going to go the right way always. So I'm always against the grain. I'm always going to say, call someone out if they're doing something wrong. Like I love to put the California Apartment Association and all those slumlords and these greedy corporations, I call them trash all the time. I love it. I was on a panel at LMC College and I absolutely called out people and said they were trash. Like, for instance, there's places out here in Pittsburgh, like Woods Grove Apartments, complete trash. They need to demolish that whole place and start again. That's how bad it is. Mold. Those people are living with water that sometimes doesn't work. And if it does work, sometimes it's only cold, which cold is not bad because you can warm it at least. But sometimes you only have hot water. Can you imagine paying over $2,000 a month and all you have is scalding hot water? How are you supposed to bathe your baby if the water is scalding hot? You can't cool it down because there's no cold water, right? They never do maintenance. They will literally evict you if you are late for rent in the same month because they're charging you fees. And if you don't have the fee, they won't take your rent in the same month. How does that work? And then they have this slum, oh my gosh, the lawyer that they have for this place is trash. It's Reliant is the corporate greedy, trash that's running this place that took over, and they're just running into the ground, gouging the people. So, I don't know. I just like to make things right. And there's a lot of people that are scared, unfortunately, to get out there and fight for themselves. So they need people like us who will.
Yeah.
And some of us sometimes are scared too. You know that.
Yeah.
As
It's
I
all
stuck
right.
my tail between my legs when we were at Pat's towing.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, I was like, this is not my choice to get arrested today.
Yeah, he's trash, and he needs to be arrested.
Oh, he does need to be arrested. He does need
Who's
to be
he?
arrested. What?
Pat's towing. He's a scumbag. He goes to like all
Oh,
the
he's
trash.
terrifying.
Yeah, the trash scum little places. Like he would go to Delta Pines and just take people's cars for no reason and then charge them $400 to get it back.
And you know what? Not only that, but he lost people's cars in his big old
He
menagerie.
didn't lose them.
Crap out
He didn't
there.
lose them. He sold them.
Oh my god,
He
that
sold
place
them. He didn't
scared me
lose them.
so bad. So
Greedy.
I'm from like a toilet bowl town. It's called Porterville. It's in the middle of California, right in the armpit. And I walked out there and I was just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in Deliverance. We got to get out of here now. You guys have seen that movie, or are you too young? Carlos is way too young.
She's so funny.
I haven't seen it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Rocky. He said he used to get bullied all the time.
I don't like bullies either. I bully the bullies.
Is Rocky Black Boots?
Rocky's Jordan.
Okay, so that's who I need to make the peak tutu for?
Yeah, Jordan.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to come measure your waist, Jordan.
I believe that anything we put out into the universe will come back to us. Like
Absolutely.
everything's energy that we can and can't see, and God and the universe will have its way.
Exactly.
But until then, we can keep calling them out.
Exactly.
And what we can do is, somebody asked earlier, is know who your elected officials are, right? We want to know who's representing us in the city. Where we need help as a community, I would say, is in the county, because the county, the money comes through the county. And like, for instance, Antioch is maxed out. We've done we're on the way with police reform and accountability and housing rights, but the county is where we can be more vocal and make sure that representation is there, because like they've been really silent on what's happening with the police. Like I haven't really heard anybody really.
Well, there's a history of the county ignoring Antioch. So I used to live across the street from the county hospital in Martinez.
Yeah.
And in the county hospital, they would hold you for 24 hours and you get a bus ticket to Antioch, which I don't know why they would pick Antioch. There's no services out here.
Interesting.
But it would just be to get rid of people, to just get them out of here.
Dumped a lot of people out from San Francisco out this way too. That's why there's so many people out here.
It's
they
true.
Used to bust them out here from the city.
Well, and they still do it. That's where your ticket gets. And sometimes these people don't even have pants on. I've seen people get on the bus that have see-through drawers on, and I saw all their parts.
It's just sad that they treat people like trash, like they're just garbage.
They really do. And so I'm going back to school as an old person.
Yes.
I know. I'm just gonna throw out there that I'm going for sociology and ecology, and there's a lot of environmental justice issues this year that we could deal with.
Nice.
And that's one of them. The fact that they are taking people that are poor and unable to take care of themselves, and they're sending them out to Antioch, where we have no funds, no charities, no structures to help them.
No YMCA.
No YMCAs, no Boys and Girls Clubs. Our community rec center, I mean, it's cool and all, but it's not really designed where people come.
Inaccessible too, because there's families and kids that don't have rides. If they had some dedicated transportation just for the youth to go to fun spaces.
So Antioch has this thing that they're about to pass. Just so you guys know, this is another thing that I think is absolutely ridiculous. 38 miles of AI cars
Okay, I read about that.
with designated stops. I'm I don't know. I think it's like crazy. But you guys know what an AI car is, right?
Yes.
Put it down with it though. Like what about the well, I'd have to see the map.
But they want to do that because it's more one-off people that are, that would take that bus, the bus that takes you to Walmart or whatever, and they come pick you up. Because there's not so many people on those buses, they want to do these little individualized things.
Oh, you mean the little, like the medic bus?
Yeah,
basically.
Where you like sit in this like funky little
Disney cart
tram thing, and it takes you somewhere. And Antioch is one of the places that they're going for this.
I'd be down to take that down to the river and just go meditate on the water.
But that might not be one of the stops.
That's right,
Like they were talking about one of the stops being like LMC.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can see it being the community center.
Yes.
But in reality, I mean, that's great that they want these like funny little Disneyland cars everywhere. That's what's medical. I'm not lying.
To medical.
They really need to put a youth center in Sycamore.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really need a youth center. They really need help in District 2. They really need help in District 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question.
What is the school district thing that certificate completion is the same as a diploma for kids with disabilities? I don't know if it's I only know of two things. I know of a GED, which is a general education diploma, which you just
I'm gonna make a call.
take a test. The other one is a equivalency exam, and I don't know if that's for disabled children or not. I do know that my stepdaughter took it, and she's doing fine. I think she was like 15 and a half when she tested out of high school, which actually is not saying a lot for our education, by the way. I mean, to know everything you're going to know before you get out of high school by the time you're 15 and then hang out for another year and a half, that's kind of crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I just made
and just so you know, Nene, I'm not telling you to do that.
You were gonna say, Miss Patty?
I text a friend to ask about that, about the diplomas for the disabled folks, because she's a big advocate for that for folks with disabilities, so she would know, but she didn't answer. So sorry, Mary. I think you gave a good answer for what you know. I don't know anything about that.
And unfortunately, I've been through high school a few times.
I took algebra like 3 times. I'm really good at it.
You're really good at algebra now? Yeah?
Yep.
I'm really good at algebra too. Just so you know, my daughter is currently teaching kids on 504s at a continuation high school. I'm so proud of her.
Nice.
And they like her. And they do stuff for her. Like the people that work there, they keep talking about how wonderful she is and how she's really reaching the kids. And I'm thinking to myself, well, she's only 22. Of course she's reaching the kids. She's a kid.
Right.
Right.
She still speaks their language, which is not my language.
So Melissa, Jordan, Jenny, or anybody else that's on here right now, because we got some other people that are just watching but aren't asking any questions. Or if you have any questions while we're still talking right now, go ahead and put it in the chat and one of us will answer it. Don't be shy.
Anything you want to know.
Yeah. We talk.
One of us is bound to know a little bit of nothing.
Right. And if we don't know, we'll Google it.
Literally.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm actually pretty good with like the 504s and the IEPs and stuff. I've been through it a few times. I just don't know what the diploma is because I'm a mother of 5 kids. And I did force my children to get an actual diploma if it meant going to summer school, if it meant getting tutors, if it meant me sitting in their class and smiling at their teachers
That's
for
right.
them. But I'm definitely a mother bear. Don't mess
That's
with my
right. She is.
kid, and they're going to get their rights.
I
So
feel
if they are allowed extra time, if they're allowed shorter assignments, if they're allowed to do any of those things, I can definitely help you learn how to advocate. Very politely, it works a lot better than when you get angry.
Mm.
And I've tried both methods. I can't imagine you guys think that, right?
When is the next meeting in for the Antioch City Council?
Is
Should
it
be
next
this
Tuesday?
I know it's
Tuesday,
twice
right?
a month, right?
Should
Is
be
it
the 12th.
It's the 12th, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because I asked to be re-included on the Reimagine Antioch emails, and they having a meeting on the 11th, so it's got to be the 12th because they always have their meeting
Yes.
right before
Oh,
City
yeah.
Council.
Yep. Ooh,
6 o'clock, right?
Yeah, and if you'd like to come to City Council, I like to sit in the front row. You can sit right next to me.
Best seats in the house.
I like to sit in the front row and really, really, really make eye contact.
Here you guys go.
I enjoy listening to I'm a part of Kitty 911, spreading the love ministries and raising 2 youngs, 7 and 4-year-olds. My 28-year-old gave me 4 grandchildren. I'm also sitting here. That is fantastic.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
That's an advocate in your own right. We gotta
Right?
get you some Wonder Woman bracelets just like us.
Yeah. Mijo's in 1st grade, and these things matter. All
Yeah.
these things matter. And even if you can't make it to meetings, there's folks that will advocate for you. Like at the Reimagine Antioch meeting on Monday, it's virtual. And it's kind of lengthy, but we cover all the topics that we need to. And if anybody wants to come in and join that, you could reach out to the Instagram. There's an Instagram page, get you on the emails. But advocating and using your civic duties, we pay taxes for those spaces. All those fancy buildings, that's us. So we can be in there anytime we want and use our voice.
And just so you know, we can't speak on your behalf, but if you want to write a letter, I can definitely read it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have been frank a couple times.
Yeah.
And that's a start. See, so you got someone that'll read a letter if you're kind of shy, but then go and be there, and then eventually you'll get the.
And I highly recommend not sending the email directly to City Council because I don't know what happens to it. I feel like it gets deleted. Yeah. But if you want me to go read it for you,
send it to Mary.
Send it to Mary, or send it to Carlos, and have Carlos send it to me if you know him. Because I definitely will go read it. And if I've already used my time to read, I'm definitely sure that I know people who will read it for you. I can probably find a whole list of people.
Yeah. Somebody will read it. And you want to send it to me, my email is caguilar925@yahoo.com. And we'll definitely read it. But and then come to the meeting. Yep. So it's the 12th at 6 o'clock.
7.
So 7? Oh, cool. I get off work then too. Perfect. That'll work.
Yeah, and you'd love to come to meetings with me, right?
Every time Mary's there, I feel safe.
Oh, when we're at meetings?
Like in the very beginning, or like in these places, if you were there, then I felt like, okay, good. I have protection.
Well, you know what? I love to be there for you. And you know that if somebody needs a good shoulder check, they won't expect it coming from me.
Mary.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Hey, Melissa, I like you too, and I don't even know you, but you let me know. You let me know if you have something to say for real. I'm on your team.
Yeah. And another way to look at this is everybody pays taxes. Somebody made a comment today about immigrants not paying taxes. I wish I would have been on that call because that was just so there's so many immigrants that pay taxes in other ways, and it's through purchases, and that's through the I-10, I think it is, or I something. So that what that caller said, or what that person said, was really.
I mean, a lot of them definitely.
I know a
that.
lot of people that are here illegally, or that were here originally on amnesty, that do have a social security number and that do pay taxes, and that they're still being treated as if they don't. And that's horrible. That just makes me angrier.
I'm gonna pick up a friend tomorrow from Mongolia. Nice. He's coming from Mongolia, and it's like a domestic issue-ish. So I'm gonna go to the city and volunteer to pick up my Mongolian friend and take him to his family, and hope that they can rekindle or figure it out. And then I'm gonna connect him to Monument Impact Services, and connect him to a Mongolian community and get to a counselor to figure out the situation of the other parent keeping the kids. Because I told that parent, I was like, you have a right. You came here to work, you went back home, family didn't go back with you, but you still have a parent. So that's my volunteer work tomorrow.
Y'all see what Melissa wrote? I mean, I feel left
out. Thank you,
okay.
Melissa.
Hey,
Rocky asked you a question. Rocky asked a question.
What is the video?
Oh yeah, he's talking about a video not related to this, just something that happened today at work. I'll talk to him about that later. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, this is good. We might have birthed some future advocates now, you know. So you got you got no excuse. If you're shy, just email us. You got my email already. If you want me or Mary to read it or whatever, I'll go up there. I ain't never did it, but I ain't shy. Yeah, obviously, if I'm on here,
you're not shy.
So I'll go on there and read it, and then yeah, and then eventually
it's
you guys.
Only the first time. You only get nervous the first time. You get
nervous the first time.
You get over it.
Yeah.
And I like it.
And we'll be there.
Look at him right in the eyes.
Same.
I really do. I have a specific person I like to look at in the eyes.
I do it all the time. Like, remember when I was talking about, for instance, Antioch, opportunity lives here. So my thing was like, okay, well, if opportunity lives here, then there should be opportunity for everybody.
What happened at Lucky's, Carlos?
He's talking about. Jordan's talking about the video. It's not Lucky's, it's Antioch Food Center. The video that just came out the other day on the news about the
the police violence.
Yeah. How they take
that was in 2021.
2021, yeah.
Imagine if there was no video. We advocated and fought for body cameras for that reason, to protect our community members.
They've been doing
and we got Tanisha to back us up. They heard our voices.
They've been doing stuff forever. I mean, it's been decades of they've been getting away with things for the longest time. That's why they're still doing now, because they don't care. They've been doing it so long, they literally cannot stop themselves. Like, there's people in videos and in stills that I know personally. Like, for instance, the one where, where they just had the thing that just came out before this one, and they have the person blurred out and he's on the ground and Rumbaugh shot him up close. That's someone I personally know. Like, I've known about the harassment that he's gone through with them for years and years and years. Like, they don't care.
There was a video that came out a while ago that was the guy, they had him get down on the ground, and the other guy was the other police officer showed up, and the guy, like, kind of relaxed, like, oh, there's somebody here to help me. And the guy's like, I don't know, you should keep showing your hands. And it was horrible how he just came and like shoved him into the ground. Didn't even know what was going on.
They don't care.
Right.
They have no. And then I was Queenie Love. Can we call her Catherine?
Yeah,
she posted on there the video that we're talking about right now. And I was telling her about back in 2017, my son's biological brother was shot by an undercover cop. Why? because the undercover cop was screwing his girlfriend.
Wow.
Guess who got in trouble for that? His brother.
Nope.
My son's brother did.
Of course.
It's total bullshit.
It is.
What got me upset about that video is when he was already down and that dog
and they
bit
let
him.
the dog go.
And he bit him.
Man,
That's what they do all the time. They should be,
bit him.
you know what should happen to them? They should be put in a yard and the dog should chase them around all day. And they
right.
should just get bitten and run around
Okay.
and run around. Maybe they'll see what it's like, right? Because
Now,
why would you even let the dog out? He's already on the ground, so why are you letting the dog bite him?
right.
Right.
Or I'm sorry.
No, if you watch,
dogs need to be under control. I mean, I'm an animal lover. I love dogs. Don't get me wrong.
It's the
But you gotta
handler, it's not
control
the dog.
your animal. It's an animal.
It's the handler, it's not the dog.
Y'all
Yeah.
didn't see the young woman's hair that got scalped in Brentwood because of the dog. They sicked a canine on her, and her hair came off. Her head got scalped, and then it disappeared.
yeah.
And that was in and out, and that shit was like, wow.
Yeah, if you guys
train those dogs.
if you guys get a chance to, if nobody's seen the video that we're talking about, it came out on the news. I got a clip of it too. You can see he got shot with a beanbag. It was a non-lethal. He said non-lethal, and he shot him. Now the police officers got mad because he got back in his car. Now he doesn't remember going back in the car because everything happened so fast. Look, if I get shot by a beanbag and I feel a pain, I'm gonna instinctively duck for cover. You know what I mean? I like go right into the car, like, oh my God,
Right.
I would instinctively go. I don't want to get shot again.
No, I'm not just gonna stand there.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
hit
stand
me,
there.
Hit me.
Oh yeah, no. So you can watch the video and see for yourself, but I put myself in his situation and I thought, he doesn't remember going back in the car, so and he was defending, you could hear it in his voice.
It's fight or flight. They're supposed to be trained, but yet they can't understand how untrained people don't know how to act.
They're trained to hunt black and brown people.
Exactly.
And you know what? That's why the police were originally made. The police.
Well, we know that. Slave patrol.
Hey,
slave
you know
patrol. The
Right.
slaves say it. The slave patrol.
This is new information for me.
The slave patrol. That's why they still have that same mentality, and that's why it's so hard to break from that, because that's why there's so many people who support them, because they have the same mentality. So if something is built on racism, that's why, like Patty is always talking about, that it's systemic from the top down. Whenever it is systematically set up this way, people can't fathom you changing it because it's working to their advantage. And that's why I'm like, you honestly cannot do this profession if you hate anybody. You can't.
Right. Hey, Jordan, that would be a perfect world if that was the case. But unfortunately, I don't think that's how it is here in Antioch or a lot of other
nowhere. Any police department
that have high diversity.
You just have some cops who are actually noble and they do it for the right reasons, but they get overshadowed because the rest of the gang is out here doing what they want to do, because that's why they take those jobs in the first place.
And that's exactly what they are. They're a gang. They're absolutely a gang.
I have the solution. Take away qualified immunity.
Yeah.
It needs to be gone. There should be no such thing. They shouldn't be above the law. They need to take away presumption, because they have this thing where if they get hurt, even if they're not at work, they get paid from workers' comp. That's not fair. No one else in the world.
Did you guys hear about the police officer that ran the red light and hit the pregnant woman?
Yeah.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
You would sorry, I'm doing my hair here. You would think that they would, that would be something that they would know how to do. But they're worse than me, and I'm a mom. I got kids in my car, and I'm so distracted. I'm like the worst person on the road to see, except for when Carlos is in my car. I'm very safe with him.
She drives. I feel totally safe. Not like when Brianna drives, my daughter. Oh my God.
Nicole's a safe driver.
Huh?
I said you're a safe driver too.
Oh yeah, I need to give driving lessons to people. I've been driving since my brothers taught me to drive when I was like 14.
See what she wrote.
And I'm
Yeah.
from San Francisco, so I actually really know how to drive. You know why? Because we used to actually have real driver's training where you went to school in the summer, you sat in a simulator, you learned how to drive, you did all this stuff. And then once you were past that, you went in the car with the teacher who had the same stuff on his side. So he had a steering wheel, he had the brake, he had the gas pedal. In case you mess up, he can take over. We learned how to drive on the freeway. We learned how to park. We learned every single thing you could possibly learn. So we actually know how to drive.
I know how to drive too because my dad was the chief of police.
There you go.
Yeah. I learned how to drive like an old grandpa.
That's me.
I learned how to drive on the rancho in Mexico on my grandpa's truck.
Nice.
Nice. Is that how your baby's gonna learn too?
Maybe.
I gotta tell you that I taught my daughters how to drive, but when when Joey got behind the wheel, it was a video game. I had to stop the car. I was like, "We're done. I can't do this." He made the widest right turn I've ever seen in my entire life. I thought we were gonna hit all the cars.
So I was just reading Melissa's comment. I've never personally had any issues either, but I just know, you know, of what it is, and obviously a lot of people who have. I also have a lot of friends and family that are police officers, FBI, and all that good stuff too. So, you know.
Well, the music's starting, y'all.
All right.
Well,
Sorry.
thanks for
y'all.
letting me crash your show.
Thank you all. That was some
Thank
good topics
you.
tonight. I can't wait till next week. And I want to thank Miss Patty, Miss Mary, Miss Nicole for your time.
Thank
And
you.
everybody out there watching, I appreciate you guys so much. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Did I get my age away?
Nope.
Anyway.
Good night,
I don't know what you're
Melissa.
talking about. And I'm 20.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.